What's going on, good people? It's Kentrell here. Today I just want to talk about my first year in real estate, just a recap of how that went and what direction I'm going to go from here on in. If you haven't been to my channel before, I'm going to be talking about my real estate investing journey. This is from the beginning stage until I get to my climax and beyond then. So do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, like the video, drop a comment, and let's get right into it. First thing we're going to talk about is my transitioning into real estate. March of 2022 is when I first got licensed. So I decided to become an agent, passed the test, first try. Thank you. That was a blessing. That really wasn't the challenge. Like, as much as you think it's a challenge, it is, because that's probably like one of the hardest things I ever studied for real. So I thought that was a huge accomplishment, but in all actuality, that wasn't that big of a challenge, you know? So the bigger challenge is selling. Do you know how to sell? Do you know how to get someone to trust you? One of the biggest purchases someone's probably gonna make in their life, do they trust you enough to sell their property or help them buy one or even help them rent? So that's what I wasn't really grasping. So I go on, pass my test, and I stumble across Remax First. We changed our name, so now we're Agency X. I don't know if y'all can see that. We changed our name from Remax First. Hold on, actually, I got the Remax on right here. So yeah, we changed from that Remax to Agency X. Got to Remax, met everybody in my office. Everybody in my office is really cool. I like everybody in my office, really chill people. So my first time starting off, I was like, okay, so how am I gonna prospect and get leads? So I was thinking like, all right, let me cold call. So I got on RedX. I used RedX to start cold calling. So I just started marketing to strangers, literally. That did not go good, obviously, because I never cold called before. I never tried to sell anything before. That was just a disaster, just trying to do that. And I just thought I sucked at, you know what I'm saying? I just thought I was just trash. I did not know what I was doing at all. Then I saw another way that you could prospect is by direct mail. So then I was like, all right, let me send out some direct mail flyers and see if anything will happen from that. Got nothing from direct mail. Literally 6 months of direct mail, I got no leads at all. So literally just money down the drain. And mind you, I don't have a lot of money saved up. I'm 19? So I did not have a lot of money saved up to be throwing money down the drain. So I have a full-time job, and then I was doing real estate part-time just to start off. And then eventually, obviously, I wanted to work in a full-time. That was just hard. Figuring out both of those schedules, it would just collide with each other a lot. Keep going from there. Later down the year, I was like, all right, no more direct mail. No more direct mail. I do not have that type of money to be throwing down the drain like that. That is just for people who have a lot of money that they can continue to do. So I literally continued to cold call. Got some leads, got some people that said, I want to sell next year. Next year, nobody wanted to sell at the moment. Nobody wanted to sell in the next 2 or 3 months. Everybody wanted to sell the following year. That was kind of tough. Another thing that I had to learn was to follow up with people. If you don't continue to follow up with people, that is where the power is in closing the deal, following up. I was not good at that at all. I'm new to the game, so this is me figuring out what this is and how to go about this, So that's just one thing that I was just not good at and I was not aware of, how important that was. Later on down the year, I got put into contact with this property management company, and they sent me leads for free. And I would go do showings for these people, and it's like they were trying to rent places. So how renting works is you get the first half of the first month's rent. You get half of the first month's rent for people who actually sign the lease and move into the place. If you don't sign the lease and move into the place, you don't get any money. So I'm driving out to far, an hour away, going to different places and showing people these houses. They're like, I don't want it. It's all right. You got anything else? Like, I'm literally just wasting gas, burning gas. But that's what comes with the job. I'm not sitting here saying like everything's supposed to come easy. Obviously, it's not supposed to come easy. So literally, it was like 4 days in a row where I had to drive an hour out to a place to a showing. Then they were like, no, I don't want it. Come back next day. There's another showing that they want to show that exact place. Go show them. Nah, I don't want it. Then I did it another day. Another day, 4 days in a row, I had to drive an hour out, burn all of my gas. Mind you, working a full-time job, and this is kind of like my part-time a little bit. But at that point, I took a couple weeks off because I was like, let me transition into real estate a little bit more so I can get my feet wet a little bit more, you know? Because if I'm not putting a lot of time towards this, I'm not putting a lot of time towards my business, I'm not gonna get any output. The more input you put in, the more output, you know? So that was my philosophy behind it. So that's why I was able to go 4 days in a row, because I was like, hey, I'm gonna take a couple days off in the week. I'm only gonna work 3 days a week for my full-time job, which I valet. So that's what I do. So I decided to work Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays for valet, and then I decided to go Sunday through Thursday real estate. Well, obviously not real estate on a Sunday, but there was showings on Sundays, so I had to go 4 days in a row driving an hour out and back, hour out and back, hour out and back. That was just burning my gas, burning through money. Eventually I was able to get somebody to rent, not that place, because I had to tell the property management company, I was like, I'm not gonna keep driving out here. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get an agent that's closer to this property because I'm literally going out there wasting my time. You know what they told me? They said, you can schedule the showings 15 minutes apart from each other. So you can have them one person show up at 3 o'clock, have another one show up at 3:15, have another one show up at 3:30, just so you don't have to keep driving out there. I was like, do you really think that's the problem? Do you think that I can just tell someone when to show up at their house? That's not how their schedule works. Our schedules have to align. I have to go off what they have, what's their availability. I can't just tell them, yeah, show up here at this time. They might have work, they might have things that they have to do. That's not how that works. It's when you are available to see this house. Yeah, I want to come see it this day. Okay, we'll see it that day. It's not you have to come see it this day or it's nothing. That's not how it works. You know how rare that is for people to show up at that time, at those specific times. And everybody's schedule is so discombobulated, not aligned. So that just did not make any sense. I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to get another agent to show that property. So eventually I had this showing in Chicago. It was a rental and it was renting for $1,400 a month. $1,400 a month. So I actually closed on that deal. That was the first thing I ever closed on. I was super happy because I was like, man, all that hard work, like I finally closed on something. I have something to tell them that I just closed on. So, you know, everybody's asking me, so how's real estate going? How's real estate going? I'm like, I'm just figuring it out, man. I'm just figuring it out. So I actually got to tell people, yes, I just closed my first deal. It was a rental, helped somebody move into a place and they're renting it out. And I got paid half of the first month's rent. And guess what? I didn't even break even because all the money that I put into my real estate business, it was more than $700. So that was nothing, literally. I literally am still in the negatives of money that I put in and money that I got out. I'm still in the negatives. So that literally didn't even mean anything. It was just nice to know that I finally did something. I finally get to tell people that I did something, you know. I was just like, man, that took so long just to get that small amount of money. I was like, I'm trying to get a listing. I'm trying to sell a property. I'm trying to help somebody buy a property. And that was my next move. That's what I wanted to do. So I'm cold calling, following up with people, trying to figure out, you know, my game plan and figure out a strategy. This is my first year in real estate, you know. But people were telling me no. I'm getting a lot of no's. Maybe. I'll keep your number. It was just not good. It was not good. Yeah, so I had to keep going. Just keep working, keep hitting the phones, keep calling people. Then I realized I had to like really have a talk with myself. Like, is this really what I want to be doing? Is this like something I'm really passionate about? Is this something that I really would enjoy doing for the rest of my life? So I was just like, at that point I was like, man, like I just need to do some research and really figure out what I want to do. What do I want to do that's going to benefit me in the long run? I want to tell you guys this. The whole point of me becoming an agent was for me to learn the ins and outs of the game and then be able to become an investor. My plan was to be an agent for 2 years and then, all right, once I know the ins and outs of the game, all right, I know what to do. All right, now I'm about to start buying property on my own and start investing in real estate. So the whole point of me getting into real estate was because I didn't want to feel like I had a 9 to 5. I wanted to have my own business and control my own destiny, you know? I just felt like I was on everyone else's time. I was on everybody else's time, and like I had to do this for them. I had to do this for them. I'm working for them. I'm working for them. I'm doing, like, my clients are basically my bosses. I got some more bosses. I'm not my own boss. I'm not my own boss. And I just did not like it. Maybe you guys like being an agent. Maybe I'm not blaming anybody who likes being an agent. Like, do your thing. Kudos to you. Like, but being an agent is not for everybody. It really isn't. And I had to realize that this isn't for me. It's not for me. I realized, like, end of last year, I don't want to be an agent anymore. Like, this is not something I enjoy doing. I don't see myself doing this for the long run. And let's say you do even sell a house. Let's say you sell a house. I'm getting a 6% commission that I have to split with the buyer side and the selling side, depending on what side I'm on. And that's 3%. So now I'm taking 3% back to my brokerage. So Agency X, we're getting 3% of that purchase price of the house. Then we're splitting that into 70-30. They get 30% of that and I get 70%. So, like, I'm literally busting my ass to do all of this to get crumbs. Basically crumbs, because we put in so much work behind the scenes that you guys don't see. So it looks like we're getting a lot of money. Come on now, why are you complaining? But in all actuality, we got paid by the hour, we would be making so much money. Like, because we put in so many unpaid hours, it's ridiculous. So that was just the thing with me. And I'm not saying that I like fast money. I want my money right now and then, But I just want to be able to build my business and be the CEO of my business and control my own destiny without worrying about what everybody else is telling me to do. I have to be here at this time. You got to do this. I don't like this or whatever like that, whatever. So I decided, I was like, if I literally put this same effort into real estate investing, not only would I make more money, but I would become an expert faster in the career that I actually want to be in the long term, and I'm going to help myself out in the long term. So I was like, let me just dive in to real estate investing instead of just playing like I want to be an agent when I really don't. Let me just fully indulge in just being an investor. So that's the point that I'm at now. I'm focusing on grabbing assets, learning the game, and just becoming an expert in this field of investing in real estate. And I'm still an agent. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just gonna quit or whatever. But the thing is, I'm not marketing to people like, let me sell your house, let me buy your house or something like that. I'm more so working with investors. I'm an investor-friendly agent, so I can help investors find properties and things of that nature. And also, if like someone wants to purchase a property or buy a house or something like that, I can still help them. I still like to help somebody buy a house, Or if someone wants to list with me, if I can't be the buyer for the deal and they're looking for an agent, hey, there's another way I can close the deal and make some more money, So let's say I'm marketing to somebody and I'm like, yeah, I want to buy your house for this price. No, I'm trying to get top dollar for it. So I'm like, okay, if you trying to get top dollar for it, do you have an agent that you'd work with? No, not at the moment. Well, I'm also a licensed agent, so I can actually help you in that process as well if you're interested. See, I have two ways of getting things across the table now, So that's another beautiful thing about that. And, I just feel like this is the route that I really want to do. This is what I want to do, This is my path that I want to choose. This is the path that I want to walk down. You got to start doing what you want to do, That's just how my first year in real estate went. So now it's June? Half the years went by. I've just been learning about investing, learning a lot, taking down notes, analyzing properties, saving my money, working a lot at my valet job, saving up some money so I can get some cash reserves so then I could be able to get into a property, and if anything goes wrong, I'll be able to get right on top of that and I'll be able to afford any maintenance issues that might come up, That's all I'm doing right now is learning about the game, making sure I don't buy a bad deal and screw myself over, and literally save up my money from working and put that into my business. Letting you guys know about, the updates of what's going on in my life and what's going on my journey in investing. And yeah, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to go about it. And I'm trying to build an empire. Like, I'm not trying to have a couple houses. I'm not trying to, have a couple houses that's cash flowing me per month. No, I want to be at the top. I want to make it to the top. I literally, like, I had dreams and goals. I want to have a business, a real estate investing business. I want to have people working under me. I want to have systems in place. Man, I just want to do a lot. I want to connect with like bigger investors and partner on a lot of like more bigger deals. I want to become an accredited investor. If you guys know what that is, I have like a lot of dreams and aspirations. So I just want to get to a really good place in life, you know, where I'm proud of myself. You know, another thing is I want to be able to do real estate investing full time. So I want to be able to quit my other job and then just focus on my business alone. I want to be my own boss, and working a 9 to 5 for just continue to work a 9 to 5 without a plan, you're going to be there for the rest of your life. That's why I have a plan in place where I want to be able to eventually leave that job, but I'm not going to leave that job until my business is making more than being there. Where literally being at my other job is losing me money compared to literally being here and working all the time, because I could be making more money by being here. That's the point where I'm trying to be at, so I can just get up out of there and just focus on real estate investing. So I appreciate you guys watching the video, man. If you guys learned anything new, if you guys want to talk to me, comment down below. Social media be in the description down below. Like the video. Appreciate you guys. It's not Realtor Ken. But it's Kentrell signing out. Appreciate you guys, man. See y'all later. Stay blessed.